Hey, we've got a pan of oysters right here, which might be the favorite shellfish of this guy. So come right back and I'll help you answer the question, do you talk Thai? Woo! Keep it paleo. To start off, I've got a large piece of aluminum foil and a half sheet pan. And how I do it, I'll take the foil, do it right here, and I'll just pinch it, bunch it up, something like that. This will provide a bed for setting our oysters on so that they're not tipping and the juice and the liquor dumping out of them as we walk around or as we shuck them. So I'll set that here, bring in a towel, and then just grab an oyster. I like to fold up one edge, something like that, and that'll kind of elevate the hinge point or where we're gonna get into the oyster. And then I'll take the other half, push it here, and then just down, crack, scrape the top, and then I'll take my knife, scrape this down, and then release it. The best way to know it's released is if you turn it over, just like that. Now, one thing I noticed when I shucked this baby was that there's not a lot of juice or liquor, milk in here. And I'll show you how to combat that once we get into some other ones. Now, one of the tips I'll give you is that when you buy oysters, I'll always get about 4 more per dozen that I need in case the shell cracks or you have a bad one or a dried one or they open. So out of 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. We only had one bad one. As far as dry, some of them will inevitably be drier than others. This one here has a lot of juice. So we'll just take that and share it with the drier ones. I'm gonna put these aside and then we'll whip up kind of a Thai peanut sauce. We're gonna use almond butter. So I guess it's really Thai almond sauce if you think about it. Got some coconut milk, tamari or coconut aminos, some toasted sesame oil, rice wine vinegar, and sambal. And we'll whisk this up. Beautiful. Love it. Right there. So now we'll take about 1 teaspoon onto each oyster. On top of our sauce, some scallions. I'm gonna get these in the oven at 350 convection. If you have a conventional oven, maybe 400, and then I would say about 15 minutes. To finish our oysters, we're gonna make a veggie topping of carrots, sprouts, and cilantro. I'm gonna peel these carrots up, run them through the mandolin, and then kind of make a dressing on the fly. Check this out. All right, carrots are done. Toss them in this bowl. We'll go in with a handful of bean sprouts. Well, let's just go with all of them. For cilantro, I'll just take a bunch like this, stems off, and then kind of the upper half right in the bowl. The dressing will go with some rice wine vinegar, the olive oil, sambal, and then a pinch of salt. And we'll toss it up. All right, so now let's wait for the oysters to be done, and we'll finish them off. Okay guys, here we are. Oysters are done. Now how do we know? When we look at them, there's gonna be some bubbling going on. They're kind of crisped up on top, but in general, just some bubbling, right? The shell's gonna be very hot, so be careful. And then all we do to finish these off, just top each one with a little bit of our salad. If you like it spicy like I do, I'm gonna put sambal on about half of these, 1 extra dollop. All right guys, be sure to check below for how to shuck an oyster. Check out our Paleo roasted oysters, our oysters served fresh. These have been the Thai roasted oysters. And what I do is I'd serve it just like this. So throw them down at your next potluck or at your Super Bowl party, and remind your friends when you serve them that you're helping them keep it paleo.